I think context in advertising is extremely influential when it comes to better understanding what consumers and your audiences are most interested in engaging with, ways that you could be influencing them with messaging, ways that you can have them see a deeper connection between themselves, your message, and the actions that you're hoping that they will take with you to establish a much deeper relationship that will ideally turn into a much higher value relationship over time.
And how has AI really upped the context game?
That's a great question. Yeah, AI has been explosive for contextual. I think when it comes to the amount of contextual space and inventory that's out there, the scale at which that our clients, our teams are very interested in exploring, there's a lot to kind of mine through and understand what's quality, what's safe, what's the right tone to be authentic with my consumers, but also how do I address them in a more bespoke fashion? How do I get away from a one-size-fits-all message and be much more intentional and impactful at the point of speaking with your audience? And I think the AI aspect between contextual allows us to find and navigate faster and with a lot more nuance that I don't think humans can manually do themselves and sustain at the scale that we need to.
So it's much more personalized and relevant.
Yeah, I think personalized relevancy to help with addressability, but it also exploratory, discoverable. I think for us, there's a lot of different opportunities to learn about who our consumers are from data, and then pair that with AI signals that, with contextual signals, that would be still very relevant, but maybe not as directly obvious as what they're interested in the moment.
Can you share a couple of best practices using contextual AI?
Yeah, I think that's it's a great question. From a best practice standpoint, when it comes to contextual AI, I think there's different layers that you can look at engaging with where the right inventory sources are for you, your clients to be active with. I think in terms of the direct relevance, there's a lot more than just keyword and demographic types of capabilities that we can pick up signal-wise. AI can help us go a lot deeper and understand the nuances. So I would encourage from a best practice standpoint to explore a little bit deeper about who your audiences are, the types of content, and just their overall consumption patterns, and try to leverage AI to find the sweet spots that you might be not obviously thinking about. Ways that consumers who are at different stages of their journey may see added value from something interstitially showing up in complement to the content that they're looking for today. So I think you certainly don't want to ignore what's right in front of you, and that would be best practice one. And then exploring and discovering for more based on who your audience is.
Okay, so how does context of movements, trends, and moments shape stronger audience connections?
Yeah, I think it's a very dynamic space, right? And when you're talking about an audience for product, service clients, anything in between, there's typically different layers, different levels, cohorts of audience segments. And I think by taking a distinct look and a very close look at each of the different segments and cohorts that you have, there's going to be different patterns emerging in terms of how they're operating with the content, how they're engaging with the assets, how they're reacting to and engaging with you as a brand, your messaging. And I think understanding how those engagements and those interactions ultimately lead to more or other need to be actioned upon in ways that I think AI can also help us surface by really pairing what data signals are driving those actions and getting further upstream at influencing how consumers are taking them, how they're engaging with you as a brand. And I think it's on the other end of it, because consumers are really important, but as a brand, it's really helping especially our clients show up more impactfully in the market.